All right, we're back with the Malapert Smark motherfucking podcast. We're here with Elora, my dog. What's up? What's up, puppy?
Oh, look at her.
All right, get out of here. We're doing a podcast.
That right there by itself deserves a million likes.
Yeah, I mean, and 1 million subscribers. I mean, what the hell?
Well, I gotta give her a few pets so she'll go away and let us do this. We gotta talk about AEW and Sting's retirement match. I got Vlad here, the wrestling expert. Welcome, Vlad. Thank you for coming on. We love you, man. The people love the Vlad. People love Vlad. I got Frozen Asian too.
So,
He's also a wrestling expert, but he's more known for being Asian and frozen. I'm kidding, man. You know, it's just a running joke. It's an inside joke, but thank you for playing along. You're a good sport, Robert, but we're really here for your wrestling expertise. And we got this Sting retirement match. We haven't been recording for a few days, so we're a little backed up, but let's do this, man. Let's talk about it. Let's go through it. And I'm sure you guys both saw it, right? You guys watched it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So let's go through some of the clips. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but just some highlights here. I got Ric Flair coming in. All right, let's put some volume on the TV. Yes, Ric Flair was here as he was teased to be the whole time. This was part of the angle that he was going to be here till the end of Sting's career. Ricky Steamboat too. That was a little bit of a surprise. Didn't see that coming, but okay.
Ricky the Dragon.
Always love Ricky Steamboat. The EVPs, Matt and Nick Jackson. I'm tired of calling them Matthew and Nicholas. It's just too many syllables. So, listen, Matt and Nick, they're here with their new entrance music, which I thought was pretty cool, to be honest. You know, they're kind of growing on me.
I dig it. Yeah,
they're kind of growing on me. I don't know. I can't explain why, but they're such assholes. It's coming through their pores. Darby came in. Darby, Sting's partner. Sting was in a movie theater, had a little dramatic video, some clips that looked like they were from WCW, actually.
I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was good.
Yes, I don't think it was WCW. I think it was the New Japan stuff that they got some, maybe some pictures, camcorder footage or something, but it was still good. His kids came out in his attire, which I guess that was cool.
Yeah.
He came out to Seek and Destroy, to Metallica's music. Well, you know what, Vlad? It's not one of my favorite Metallica songs, honestly. As you know.
It worked for this, I would say.
I guess. Like, of all the Metallica songs, I guess it's because I used to download a lot of their bootlegs and their shows, and they did Seek and Destroy in every concert. And I'm like, why?
Right.
It's not that good a song. There's other songs that I wanted to hear them do live. So I kind of heard Seek and Destroy a little too much. But
well, it has a very mean riff. That's what really mean.
I guess that, but I think his AEW theme was real fire, man. And they never let it run through. Like Chris Jericho's theme, they always let it run through all the way till the end, but they never let Sting's song play one fucking time. And I wanted it to be this time. But anyways, moving along. Chaotic start to the match. It was a very frantic start. I didn't really understand what was happening, but the Young Bucks were right in a good position for a tope from Darby Allin. His kids come in and start attacking the Young Bucks too, and I'm like, at first I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I didn't know if it was like a no DQ or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
So
tornado match.
Yeah, I didn't know what the rules are. They didn't even explain. But okay, so all their kids come in and do stinger splashes, which some of them weren't that good, but it's okay. It was still fun. It's fun to get his kids involved, I guess. And plus, they're in the angle because they got their asses kicked by the Young Bucks like a few weeks ago, right? So
that's right. That part's true, yes.
This is Matt Jackson taking a bump, which we thought it would be the Bucks taking all the bumps. That was the reason they were in this match. But Sting took all the bumps, as we're going to see. But, okay. The panes of glass. Once this happened, once they pulled out the glass panes, I was like, oh my god, this is going to turn into a fucking crazy hardcore garbage match. Which, I'll make a comment about it at the end. We'll comment at the end. Let me go through it scene by scene, and we'll do the review at the end. But oh, this was the let me rewind that a little bit. This was the first crazy spot that happened.
Once like miscue and you're screwed. Oh, brother.
Falcon arrow from Nick Jackson off the stage onto a table, which was really cool. And then this was Sting taking a suplex off the stage from the other side onto a table.
Landing 3 uncontested shots.
It looked like it was going to be a Scorpion Death Drop first, but Matt Jackson rakes the eyes and somehow suplexes him, because even though he's like, you know, 3/4 his size, and suplexes him off the stage.
You don't say.
This was a wicked bump. This was crazy. How could they do this and have faith that the match is going to end? Sting is just nuts. Okay, so this is the part I'm going to critique a little bit, because this is the part where Darby jumps off the ladder onto the glass pane that he doesn't even put Matt Jackson on there. Like, you know, he's supposed to lay him on there and be like, I'm going to jump on you now. He just kind of hopes that he's going to be there, and he goes through the glass, like, and it was real glass. So to make Jack Perry proud, Jungle Boy, Jungle Jack Perry, are you watching? Real glass. Is CM Punk watching?
Yeah. Somebody cry me a river, guys.
Somebody let CM Punk know that this is real wrestling. Anyways, so Sting comes back after he was down for a while, because now Darby's down, and Sting was gonna put, I think that's Nick Jackson through a table, but he ends up taking too long and getting slammed through the table himself. Okay, so this is the second time he's been through the table in this match. Gets up, no sells it, which is okay, because that's a Sting staple, right? He's done that in the past. That's his thing. And this is his last match too, so you'd think he would get some extra juice somewhere. But this is the crazier part. When this happened, I was like, what the fuck? Sting is taking all kinds of bumps. This is the beginning of Sting just kicking out of a ridiculous amount of things. He's the Undertaker today, basically.
No, he's not even the Undertaker. This is just. I'll wait till we're done with the. But this isn't.
Yeah, I'll show you the next one. Okay, so
you could. You could.
They're gonna get the belts. Nick Jackson's trying to get the belts from Ricky Steamboat, but this is kind of cheating, man. Matt and Nick Jackson came to the ring by themselves. They didn't bring any help, you know. There's everyone here for Sting and Darby. Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair, their sons. There's Ric Flair trying to protect Sting. He's telling him, no, that's enough. He just went through a fucking window pane. Like, that's enough. But Ric Flair ends up getting his ass kicked too. Takes a super kick party from the Young Bucks. Laying on glass. Okay, so there's a shot with the belt. Kick out. There's glass everywhere. That's the problem with matches where there's glass and thumbtacks. Yeah, it's a fucking okay, it's a nice looking spot, but now there's fucking glass and thumbtacks everywhere for the rest of the goddamn match. Here's another super kick, I think, and then there's gonna be 2 EVP triggers. He recovers from this super kick. Gets on the offensive, from what I remember, which was nice for the crowd. Old school Sting. Well, this is not going to be the end of the match. It's going to be this Scorpion Death Drop gets broken up, but there was an EVP trigger. Hold on, let me rewind that. This is the first one. Darby nowhere to be seen. He's fucking went through like a horrible ordeal outside, so he's still laying there in his own blood. Second EVP trigger, and this is gonna kick out at 1.
Oh my god, what a disaster, bro.
And then this is the end. Darby finally wakes up. His back is all bloody from that thing, like completely fucked. And they're gonna do a coffin drop Scorpion Deathlock combination attack to win the match. So this is the end right here. Long match, crazy match. Who wants to go first? Who should go first? Make the comments about this.
I mean, if Robert wants to go first, he could go first. I'm fine with that. And in this case,
All right.
Okay.
Let's let Robert go first. Did you have a positive thought about this match or negative thoughts?
Mostly yes. So one of the things that worried me heading into this match, the main reason why I didn't like this matchup is because the Young Bucks, the pace at which they usually go in their matches, I didn't think it was a fit for a match involving Sting. That's one of my main concerns about this matchup. But I had to give props to the Young Bucks here. They toned it down a lot. Like if you compare with what they do here to what they usually do in their matches, where they're going at like 100 miles per hour and trying to show off like all kinds of fancy tag team techniques that they do that most other tag teams don't do. Like they did almost none of it, and they really slowed down for Sting, which I think was what they needed to do. And they pretty much the main goal for this match was to make Sting look really, really strong in his final outing, and I think that they really did accomplish that. Did they do it too much? Maybe, but I don't care. This is his last match, so I didn't mind it at all. The only two criticisms that I do have, I'll start off with the first one being I don't remember what happened to Sting's sons. They kind of just vanished, and I don't remember. Like they just seemed to vanish, and I didn't see them anymore. I think the last time I remember seeing the sons were, I think, when they started taking the fight outside to to where the fans were. And then they just never showed up again. So maybe I have really bad memory and can't remember what happened. But I was thinking
No, that's
that,
what happened. They were just involved in the beginning of the match, and that's
and
it.
they
They just kind of just took
disappeared.
off.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, I did think, like, where did they go?
Plot hole, wrestling
okay,
plot
sure,
hole, but okay,
sure,
it's
plot
okay.
hole, okay. But all right. My other criticism is the spots that involve glass. Okay.
Real glass.
Real. Okay, yeah. Let's call it real glass. So it's one thing when the talent are putting themselves in very risky situations and scenarios, but to me, like some of those spots are kind of dangerous for the fans too. Like if they, where they're sitting. Like for example, the one the glass was placed in the corner, right? When the glass breaks, the trajectory of where it's flying could very easily hit a fan and like cut them. Like I thought that was a dangerous spot. So I'm not a fan of that. I get if the wrestlers put their bodies at risk, fine. But I would prefer that they do that in a way that also doesn't potentially endanger the fan. That's my only concern about that. But overall, this was a positive for me. I enjoyed it more than I expected it to. Sometime, I think maybe a day or two after I saw this match, I saw a report. I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly Sting actually wanted the Bucks to win, but Tony Khan and
oh my god! He is showing. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
I'll let you
but supposedly Tony Khan and the Bucks were adamant that no, Sting has to go over in this match.
at the very least.
That's the report that I don't know if it's true, but let's say it is true. If it is, then thank you Tony Khan and thank you Young Bucks. I think they did the right thing because. How many wrestlers can you say is as iconic as Sting? So I wanted his last match to be a victory, and I would say the ending was a feel-good moment for him, and he got to have it. So overall, it was a positive for me.
All right, Vlad, let's hear it. I know you got some criticism, maybe. What do you think? I haven't talked to you about this, so I don't know what you're going to say exactly, but let's hear it.
I'll say the only good thing about this whole thing was that opening video package of him in the theater, kind of looking at his career, reminiscing about the good old days when he was in a normal company, working as a legit wrestler, having matches against, I guess, legit Japanese talent with, I guess, WCW guys like the Road Warriors and Ric Flair and whatnot, right? Whatever, when they were in Japan, those were what most of those videos were from, predominantly. Because I guess they couldn't really get a lot of the WCW stuff because maybe WWE didn't give them permission to, whatever.
Oh, hell no.
But,
No way. Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, they could have given them permission to show some videos. I don't think that would have been the end of the world. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. They didn't, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I think the match was...
Did you think that Sting took too much damage and that it was unrealistic wrestling that sold out the business?
Yeah, but that's AEW in a nutshell. So it's
yeah,
not
exactly.
Really
that's normal. If they didn't do that, it would have been weird.
They do that all the time. They sell out the business. They make watching wrestling, like when you watch the WWE, like if a guy can go through a plate of glass or whatever they call that glass. That
a glass pane.
Glass pane, thank you.
Okay.
If he can go through that, then what does that say for guys that just get beat normally? You know, like with a wrestling move. So of course they're selling out the business all the time. They're making it outrageously horrible. But this one really did take the cake. I mean, I'm a big Sting fan. Of course, he should look strong in his last match, but there are limits to it. Like there was so much stuff done to him in this match that it was to say that was unrealistic is an understatement. It was one of the most unrealistic, ridiculously stupid matches I've ever seen. And to think that this is the way they end his career with this dimwit idiot flying across trying to kill himself, ripping his back in shreds with glass, then going on the next show saying that he might die when he goes to climb Mount Everest. The guy's a goddamn goof. Everybody involved in this match minus Sting is a goof. I feel bad for Sting that he was actually involved with this company, but I mean, I also feel bad that he actually thinks that this is a good thing, that he ended his career on a positive note. Like, what? Okay, whatever. I mean, the only positive was that he won. He didn't cripple himself. It was in North Carolina. There were some older veteran wrestler guys there, like Flair and Steamboat and a couple others that I saw in the crowd. They mentioned, I forgot now who it was. Either way, that was only the really good thing. It was in North Carolina, which is basically home to WCW for most of the 80s and 90s, right? Flair was involved, which I think is fine, given their history. But the match itself was just a disgrace. It was an utter disgrace to wrestling.
Yeah, it was. That being said, I'm kind of with Robert that I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know why. It was. I will say retrospectively.
Because you're a Sting mark, man. Because anything with Sting, you're gonna enjoy.
Okay, sure.
You're a mark for Sting. That's
let me put it this way: Sting joining AEW, retrospectively, thinking about his little career he had here, was good amount of time, like 4 years. Had a lot of crazy spots, decent amount of matches, and I think for what wrestling became, modern wrestling, he basically became top level at that. He joined the party and he became really good at what they do now. He became as good as any, and he put on the craziest hardcore garbage death match that you could put on, which is pretty funny because he's a fucking 62-year-old guy and he shouldn't be able to do this, but it just seemed fucking crazy that he was going through glass and going off the stage into a table with seemingly no protection and no padding. And to me, the only negatives about that really is that I was worried that for going through all this dangerous stuff that they wouldn't finish the match. And the most important thing was that they finished this match at Revolution and just let him fucking have his ending so he can go. And I was just worried that wouldn't happen. But everything turned out fine. He got through it. They finished it, and it's over.
That's what it says.
So there you go.
I agree with you. I agree with you. The best parts were he didn't cripple himself. He wasn't injured. He ended them. They won, and that was it. Other than that, I think it was really bad. I think it was a bad look for wrestling, and it's very unfortunate. A legend like this had to end in AEW, which is just a ridiculously stupid company. Like, there's no hope for them whatsoever. Any hope that they had is already, that ship has sailed. Oh, and then his speech that he's about to give, I don't know, it gets cut off. He's about to talk, and he's just about to get to the stuff that is important, and they,
Yeah, I don't even have that. You told me that somebody was in the crowd was crying and stuff, but I don't have footage of this because I didn't see that. It got cut off.
No, it was weird that it got cut off because crying happened before he was done, so before it was even cut off. So I'm kind of surprised you didn't see it, but it doesn't really matter. The point of that was it was just classic AW. They can't even get that right. But anyways,
well, all right.
It doesn't matter if you find it. You find it. If you don't, you don't. But
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. We all know there would be little stingers in the crowd crying. Adult little stingers. They used to be little stingers, but now they're adults, but they're still little stingers. Ed Hart, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well, look, it was what it was. At bottom
All
line,
right, well, it's in the books, guys. We love Sting. Fucking love Sting. I mean, I don't think AEW was the best part of his career. I think WCW was. I think his TNA stuff was pretty great, too. The WWE
way
stuff,
better.
as not much of it was okay.
Not much.
The WrestleMania match with Triple H was pretty cool. Right guy didn't go over, but okay. And
Absolutely.
and then in AEW, he joined the party and he did what everyone else does, which is pretty crazy based on his age. And that's my retrospective about Sting. I mean, we're still watching his WCW career on our other running angle that we're doing over on the other playlist, the WCW After Hogan Turned Heel playlist. So if anyone wants to check that out, check out that playlist. I'll put it in the description below. But there's a lot of Sting stuff in there, and it's really good. And he's fucking great. He's a legend. He's one of my favorites. I'll just say that. Probably top 5. So
Yes, I just want to pinpoint, just because I hated this whole thing does not mean I hate Sting. I think Sting is a legend. He deserved probably better than what he got in AEW for me. If he enjoyed it, more power to him. This is not my brand of wrestling, not the style I like. So he is a legend. I respect him. He's had a great career. But yeah, this was what it was.
all right, then. Let's put a pin on that until, I guess, never. That's the end of that. Okay. All right.
That's the end of Sting.
All right. Yeah, well, we got to move on, though. We got other things to talk about. We're going to end this segment, though, for Vlad, the wrestling expert, for Robert, the frozen Asian. Please like and subscribe for more videos in the future. We'll be back to talk about more wrestling as soon as we can. Thank you very much.